1 in 5 Americans are struggling with mental health issues. 1 in 5. And out of those people struggling, only 40% of them receive support. Why is that? For many, mental health support can be unavailable when people need it. Many of the support options out there, such as professional therapy, aren't accepting new clients because they're full. And even if they are accepting new clients, it can take several months to get an appointment. And even if you get an appointment frequency is usually only once a month. So, what happens when you need support between therapy sessions? Additionally, mental health support can be very stigmatized, causing people to not seek out help as they can feel ashamed or judged by others. And finally, mental health support can also be unaffordable. Support options like professional therapy can cost hundreds of dollars per session, an amount that many people just simply cannot afford. So, how can we help? Instead of mental health support being unavailable to people, imagine a world where it's available 24/7. Our app could provide people with the support they need that's accessible at any time. And instead of mental health support being stigmatized for people, imagine a world where it feels safe. Our app could provide people with the anonymity that they need to let their guard down and actually receive support. And finally, instead of mental health support being unaffordable, imagine a world where it is. Compared to professional therapy costs, our app could provide people with a much lower cost alternative. So here's our solution. This is Brighter, a private emotional support group that's focused on helping you. It uses artificial intelligence to connect you with other people that are going through something similar. Let's take a look in more detail.
Brighter learns about you and what you're going through, as well as what group preferences you have. It then matches you to a group that's just right for you. Each support group features the Brighter bot. Its job is to analyze group discussion and provide value to the group. It can determine group activity. If group activity is low, it provides conversation starters to encourage group discussion. And if a user hasn't interacted with the group in a while, BrighterBot notices and sends a private message to encourage them to participate. BrighterBot also notifies the group when activity is high, encouraging members to tap in and participate in the discussion. Finally, BrighterBot analyzes group discussion to determine if a user has a potential need for a resource, such as an article, video, or preferred provider. It then privately provides this info to them right when they need it. The Brighter app allows users to mark their message as urgent. This feature is if a user is going through a crisis that requires an immediate response. Marking a message as urgent notifies all users of the group, increasing reply time. Brighter also features weekly live voice discussions where anyone in your private group can join and listen and talk about group-related topics.
All right, so now that we've seen what Brighter is, let's walk through the size of the opportunity. So taking a long-term view, we've calculated that there's a $3.7 billion total addressable market in the United States alone for mental health services of this nature. And out of that total addressable market in the United States, we think we can generate around $69 million in annual revenue based on the following assumptions. Out of 258 million American adults, if 20% of them are afflicted by some mental illness, we're left with about 52 million potential users. Out of those users, we're projecting a potential of 8.3 million monthly active users, and that's based on a 20% market share and a retention rate of about 80% once we've expanded out of our initial target audience. Out of the 8.3 million monthly active users, if we aim to get 7% of them to subscribe to our premium service, Brighter Plus, we would generate $120 in annual revenue per user, resulting in $69 million obtainable market in the US. So to generate this revenue, we plan to pursue a freemium style pricing structure The Brighter app will offer a free plan for users to discover the value in our app, as well as a premium plan, Brighter Plus. On the free plan, users will have access to one support group at a time, as well as the ability to send one urgent message per week. And on the Plus plan, they'll have access to unlimited support groups at the same time and the ability to send up to 3 urgent messages per week. They'll also have access to live group sessions by mental health professionals and access to the Brighter Academy, which features mental health improvement courses. The Plus plan would be $9.99 a month or $120 a year.
So, what audience are we initially targeting? In 2023, our initial target market will be the military community. This includes military veterans, military families, and military personnel. In Q1 2023, we plan on launching our marketing efforts towards military veterans. Our rationale for targeting military veterans first is they really need our help. 17 veterans kill themselves every day. 47% of vets who likely suffer from PTSD and major depression do not seek support. 44% of vets surveyed fear seeking mental health support will harm their career. 45% of vets surveyed believe their friends and family would be more helpful than a professional. And last but not least, many vets wait months for mental health care, especially with the Veterans Affairs Office managing a backlog of more than 900,000 unprocessed medical claims. In Q3 2023, we plan on expanding our marketing efforts to military families. Our rationale for this is the military community, families included, are all related to a profession that entails stress and trauma, so they could all benefit from participating in group support. And in Q4 2023, we plan on expanding our marketing efforts to military personnel, such as active duty and reserves. Our rationale for this is because of stigma associated with dealing with mental health issues in the military, there's a likely need for being able to receive anonymous support, which is a feature of the Brighter app.
All right, so now let's look at how profitable it will be to market to this audience. So we looked at 2 different scenarios, just trying to kind of high end and low end what we think is perhaps achievable for us. In scenario 1, we are projecting 3.1 million in revenue, 293,000 daily active users. And this is assuming an aggressive growth rate at the start that continues pretty aggressively, but settles down towards 4.21% monthly, which is roughly 60% annually, which we saw attributed in other apps. And this is also based on a 7% conversion rate to our premium service and a 24-month lifespan of the customer, both for paid and not paid. That's roughly what we expect the average to be on this scenario. When it comes to the lower end, scenario 2, we believe we could potentially achieve $1.1 million in revenue with 213,000 daily active users using the same growth pattern, but a lower 3% conversion rate and 14-month lifespan.
Let's talk about reaching this audience. Since we're a new app, our strategy is to focus on exposure and to be able to drive awareness, likability, and market share. We plan to increase buying exposure through a mix of offline and online marketing channels. At a very high level, our plan is to make users aware of our app through landing page and social media, paid ads, sponsoring, running events as well. Then these channels will help us acquire users and go to the app and Play Store, and from there they will download the Brighter app to get started. Then they'll engage with support groups, discover the value that it adds to their lives, and then a percentage of them will upgrade to Brighter Plus, thus driving revenue, as well as refer friends and family, which in turn creates that growth loop that we're looking for.
So let's look at our offline and online marketing channels, starting with offline. So first of all, we want to sponsor running events that focus on supporting the military. Why? These competitions, they attract thousands of passionate military members as well as their family and friends to support the cause. Since seeking mental health support in the military is very stigmatized, we want to focus on how our app makes receiving support feel safe by advertising that seeking help is a sign of strength and not a weakness, and that the support that we offer is completely anonymous. So the members of the military, they don't have to worry about any repercussions about others finding out. This ad that we are going to run here, it's going to feature a QR code that when scanned using your smartphone, directs people to the app or the Play Store where they can download the Brighter app. I'm sure you're all familiar with that, right? These codes for each sponsorship, they're going to be unique, and they'll allow us to track the marketing channel's effectiveness at each race and converting impressions to downloads so we can see how it's working. Now, when we sponsor a running competition, we're going to advertise in the registration goodie bags that are handed out to participants before the start of the race, on the backs of shirts, so that runners that are proud of participating in the race and continue to wear that shirt after it's over throughout the many years, they'll end up continuously advertising our brand. And then we'll also advertise on the banners through the race, as well as at the finish line and the celebration area where everyone drinks and has a great time.
All right, so let's quickly talk about online marketing to give an overview. Definitely, we'll start with Google Ads, drive people to our landing page. They can start to use our custom landing page related to their search. Let's use Sandbox, the military platform, as an example. If we just search military support app, they click on the relevant link. In our case, it will be an ad right on the very top. This is an organic search example, but it'll be the ad will show at the very top. Then they can understand the value prop through the landing page and download the app. And just like you see here, we'll also run Google Ads directly to the App Store and Play Store as well. And from there, users will be able to download the app. In terms of social media marketing, it'll be a similar flow.
So how much will this marketing effort cost? So we want to start strong. For 2023, our request is a marketing budget of $500,000. While our research on mobile app marketing showed typical marketing budgets being around 20% of projected gross revenue, we wanted to be aggressive to beat competitors to the market. Our budget is allocated based on our research on what channels would be most effective. Paying for ads on Google search tends to be the most cost effective because we go after someone who's already searching for a solution. Paid social ads allows us to get tons of exposure because everyone has a social account. And social media influencers can help spread our app in a viral way, allowing the growth loop to spin faster. So what do we need from you to make this possible? Our next steps would be to provide sign off on our marketing plan and to commit to an investment, which includes $500K for our marketing efforts. And we'll show you the breakdown in just a moment. Funds would need to be made available no later than November 1st, 2022, so that we have enough time to pre-order sponsorship packages and pay advertisers for the designated advertising spots we desire for 2023 in Q1. So in summary, this is approximately a $3.7 billion opportunity. Our AI-powered solution makes support accessible and affordable while removing stigma. In 2023, we expect 1.7 million in annual revenue, which we'll show you in just a moment, from targeting the military community. And in 2024, we will take the lessons learned from validating our solution in the marketplace and apply them towards additional target markets.